when I went into, I've been to Washington, D.C. many times. You ever been to Washington, D.C.?
I'm planning to.
Okay. Everyone has to go. And this is the overriding feeling that I have every time I go there. And it was very powerful this time because I'm going into Congress. I'm driving over a bridge. My Uber driver's driving over a bridge, and two things hit me right off the bat. First, wow, this place is beautiful. Like, it is powerful. Everything's marble, giant statues, monuments everywhere. It's beautiful. Like, wow, look how beautiful this is. The second thing that hit me is, dear God, this, I can feel the power. Like, you could feel the power. Our founding fathers never, ever wanted a centralized government like this. Some wanted a centralized power to control, like have some continuity with the states, but the vast majority wanted no central power. And the ones that did want central power never envisioned central power like this. All of the power in the country is in one place. That's the absolute worst thing in the world. Donald Trump he's destroying the Department of Education. It's being dismantled. Mm-hmm. I believe he's destroying the USAID. He'll go through some other stuff. Once he figures out what needs to stay, they need to be scattered across America. Department of Agriculture, why is it in Washington, D.C.? Why is it not in Nebraska? Department of Energy, okay, where we produce the best energy, Alaska. Okay, go. You want to work in the Department of Energy? Go live in Alaska. Don't? Okay. So now you don't have a centralized hub of power where they can be incestuous and go work for each other and make deals. Now, if I want to make a deal with Alaska, well, I'm going to have to fly to Alaska. We're going to have to Zoom call. I'm not going to have a buddy-buddy relationship. Our republic is no longer the republic of our founding fathers. I believe that. There's no way it is. And we are seeing abuses, and the way that the Biden administration and the cabal behind them, I really believe, Julio, that they got impatient and they did a risk analysis and said, we can't wait to upend the demographics. We have to completely upend the demographics as quickly as we can and cause as much chaos as we can, economic chaos, societal, cultural, everything. Destroy it. And that's what they did. Because when somebody might push back on me and go, well, they're just, what do you mean? And I go, okay, who's easier to change? Someone like Julio and me that read and write English, understand the Bill of Rights, understand the Constitution. You can't take my First Amendment. You can't take my Second Amendment. You can't take my property. I have the Fourth Amendment. You can't do search and seizure. How hard is it going to be to convince 100 million, 200 million people like us to completely change to a socialist, communist, centralized power tyranny? It's never going to happen. It's just not. You live in Texas. How many Texans are going to give away their guns to the federal government? Zero. Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen. However, if I bring in 30 million, 50 million illegal aliens that are illiterate in their own language, not illiterate in English, they can't read or write in their own language, they're 100% dependent on federal services to survive, not to get up and get better, to survive. Have no idea what a republic is, come from third world hellholes that are tyrannical, communist, socialist hellholes. Are they easy to manipulate? Are they easy to do as a giant group of people to do what you want?
Man, what a great interview that was. Almost a year ago, JJ.
Was it?
Almost a year ago. That
Wow.
was in March in 2025 when you accepted my invitation to came to the podcast and you flew over and we had a great time. I mean, I couldn't believe we spoke over 3 hours and
Yeah.
kind of the time flew by. We didn't realize it was that long and I have to drive you back to the airport because if it wasn't for that, we probably spent 5 hours talking about
Yeah.
border security and all this stuff. But JJ, thank you once again to join us this evening on Friday evening, and we really appreciate always your presence here in the show. Thank you so
Well,
much.
well, thanks for having me. I always love talking to you and your partner there in crime. And I can't believe it's over a year. I mean, it's almost a year. It's how much has changed in a year, man, and how much hasn't changed, right? I think that might be the biggest story is if I told you back then, hey, Julio, no one's going to be arrested. No one's going to be arrested. And you would say, no, there's no way, JG. That's in no way that can happen. Well, no one's been arrested. It's unbelievable. And our country, I believe, I'm going to use Donald Trump's words. President Trump said, the United States of America is on the brink. It can go bad, as his words, quote, it could go bad or it could go good. And I believe that. I believe we're on the precipice of massive change in America, good or bad. I don't know which way it's going to go, to be honest with you.
I know, and it's been a tough road, and you called it as we were talking on that interview that when Donald Trump uh, is trying to deport all these people, it's going to get ugly.
Hmm.
And you called it back then. You called it. You told me it's going to get ugly because it's a lot of people here, and there is no easy way. There is no easy path of deporting everybody peacefully. And now looking at where we at now, like a fabricated protest
Hmm.
machine out there just trying to get these people riled up, try to get these people in trouble. They're using people right now for the left agenda. I don't know why they're doing it, but they have the left and the communists always have a way to use people as a disposed item, not
Hmm.
as a human being. So it is very bad where we at right now with all these communists uh, doing their thing. And what impressed me the most is I remember back in Clinton era, he deported 12 million people and not even one single protest.
No, nothing, because they're hypocrites. But I think that the world is America has changed to the point that and you and I talked about that in clip you showed. The left shot their wad with President Biden. They got impatient. They also read the tea leaves, if you will, that America wants nothing to do with it. It showed that they knew that they stole the election, so they had to make massive change. And the way they were going to make massive change was to flood our nation with illegal aliens. Just so we're on the same page here, I believe it's 50 million illegal aliens in America right now. There are people that I respect and trust that are now saying the number could be as high as 70 or 80 or 90 million. I'm saying right now there are 105 million foreign nationals, illegal and legal. I'm not talking about their children. I'm just talking about legal visa holders, lappers, visitor visas, and 50 million. That people are saying conservatively, 1 in 4 people in America is a foreigner. And a lot of people are saying, like I am, that it's getting closer to 1 in 3. 1 in 3 people in America is a foreigner. You can't sustain yourself. It doesn't matter if, let's say, they just brought in, instead of all the Middle East and the continent of Africa and all that mess, and you just brought in 30 million Russians, Irishmen, Germans, and people from Belgium, we would still have a problem, right? We would still have this influx of people that don't speak English, besides, of course, the Irish, but everyone else would be speaking whatever. We would have a clash. Our founding father, not our founding father, excuse me, our prior presidents and such created the Border Patrol and the Immigration Act in 1924, where from 1924 to 1965, we had we had a net zero immigration, a net negative of immigrants coming into America. Why? Because we saw in 1924 that we were not assimilating and people were coming to America and America was becoming balkanized. Wow. Do you think that we're balkanized now? We're beyond anything they could have ever envisioned in 1924. America is divided by ethnicity, race, religion, language, dialect. cultural habits, societal habits, religion, God, you name it. America has been balkanized, and we are paying a price because you cannot sustain this and still be a nation.
I know, and that's this is my next question for you, JJ. Is this massive influx of people, you know, and everybody knows that it's affecting everybody. Every taxpayer is feeling it in their pocket. You will mention the hotel in New York. They will bill $59 million, and literally we have to claw that money back because they were
Mm-hmm.
billing every month over millions and millions of dollars between hotels, NGOs. Everybody were billing the taxpayers millions of dollars. But my question for you is, how is this affecting the next election? Because you know, like 19 states are not requiring
Mm-hmm.
identification to vote, meaning you could vote in your precinct next door and you could drive 10, 20 minutes to the next one and
Mm-hmm.
vote again because there is no registry, there is no way you track when if you voted or not. How this is affecting the next election?
Well, it's affecting it two different ways. Okay. Number one is just straight up voter fraud, where we are registering all these people that came across the border. Look, this is what happened. Just to give you an idea. So let's say that you're Ecuadorian. You crossed the border. You gave up Border Patrol under Joe Biden. Border Patrol processed you real quick and then released you into society. The NGOs grabbed a hold of you, brought you in, fed you, clothed you, got you a free cell phone, got you credit cards, and they got you a plane ticket. But what they also did is they registered you to vote. So I'm in Texas, right? They give them a Texas ID, voter registration. Then they fly that person to Illinois, Chicago, New York, maybe DC, maybe Portland, maybe Nevada, I don't know. And then they re-register them there. So you say, how are they going to vote in California or Texas? Well, because where's the absentee ballot going to be mailed to, you idiots? They're going to be mailed to these shelters, these NGOs, and they begin to fill them out. So we have tens of millions, not millions. You have tens of millions of illegal aliens that are registered to vote. Now, this is where that right there is enough to keep you up at night. But this is where the plan comes together. And this is why I've said many, many times the Democrats have already planted their bomb in America, and they don't have to do anything. And the bomb that's going to detonate is a demographic time bomb, because what's going to happen in 2030, in 4 years, guys, we do the census, the 2030 census. The Democrats want everyone counted. If they count everyone, two things happen. The House will flip almost 60 seats. 60 seats to the Dems. It's over. It's over. And then what else happens? The Electoral College points, if you will, numbers, they get shifted because the Electoral College is based on population. So red states will lose electoral votes and they will be reappropriated to the blue states. It's game over, guys. That's why the left is so adamant. No voter ID. Census counts everybody. Doesn't matter who they are, where they're from. So then they flip it. If you went right now and you stripped away all the illegal alien voting, they're saying at least 22 seats get flipped to the red. Right now, they believe that number will be 60, one way, the blue or red, if they count all these illegal aliens in 2030. And that's the master plan, guys. And I know it's hard for a lot of Americans to think, well, that sounds so conspiratorial. Okay, name me something that is conspiratorial that it has not come to fruition as true. This is not me. It's just I'm not in a vacuum screaming this. People that have way more ability and a higher platform have been saying this as well. I just wrote books about it. I'm a smaller voice, but this is happening. We're seeing the destruction of the United States of America through demographics and through voting, and they're all tied together. And we're allowing it to happen because I'll finish with this. Speaker Johnson and John Thune, who I can't stand, rhinos. Why haven't they secured the SAVE Act? Why? because, as I don't know if you saw this yesterday, Senator Tuberville from Alabama said he knows of at least a dozen, maybe 2 dozen Republicans and Democrats that stole their election through fraud. So both parties are involved in this. And I think America, I honestly, as my last statement on this, I believe that we do not live in a republic anymore. You may call it whatever you want. I call it like a quasi tyrannical democracy, but we don't live in a republic. We're not even. Look, we got my Constitution right here. Once you started bastardizing it with the 17th Amendment and you destroyed the Senate the way it is, you destroyed a perfect document and you made it bastardized. And now we're all sitting here shocked that our nation's off center. We're not within. If you want to make it a parallel between God's natural order and the natural order of republic, they're running side by side. We're in a nation in decline. I don't care what anyone says.
And I agree with that. I agree with that. We are in decline, and I believe that our republic kind of fell. I think Reagan was one of the last presidents. After that, it's just been tilting to one way. And by I want to say by George Bush Sr., it kind of just went going down after that. And it's crazy because Obama, just from Obama, it sped up, man, to the point where someone like Donald Trump had to come out and do what he can. And I get it. And I give him grace, JJ Carroll. And I know I might sound like a forever Trumper guy or whatever.
No, I agree with this. I give him grace too. Yep.
Yeah. I give him grace because first term, he realized he didn't know everything that he needed to know. And then he learned that he has to play politics as much as he doesn't want to. So he's now caught in a conundrum, right? Because he goes full retard and have the risk of being Epstein, right? Or two, because to him, he probably think, well, if I get Epstein, then the movement, what I'm doing, my whole thing that I'm doing will be lost because who's the next Trump? Who's the next guy that's willing to do that? Who's the next guy that's exactly? So he has to somehow strategically, and this guy is strategic because everything you just laid out, that's what it makes sense of why Trump is doing what he's doing. What is he doing? Sending ICE through all these sanctuary cities, and he's trying to get them out. But obviously, we have obstruction, and we got paid rioters. They're called paid protesters, but even if they were paid protesters, that should be illegal. But they're paid rioters. So I give him grace because he's not going to tell Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Elon Musk, hey, do as much as I'm doing, until the point where you're going to get Epstein or Charlie Kirk. I mean, who does? I couldn't say that to you or to somebody, hey, put your life on the line, which really that's what it should be, right? If you're public servant, you should be the whole point is that you're putting your life in this stage, and it's really what it is. You're putting your life on the line because there's radicals everywhere. And
but where do we get out of it? So I like this train of discussion. So I always like to say, okay, I don't want to have a discussion just about the present. We have to look into the future. I'm not talking like 10, 15 years. I'm just talking about, let's look at step 3, 4, and 5. And maybe in terms of 3 months, 6 months, a year. We're fighting. Our enemy is on the battlefield. They're banging their war drums, and we're all having discussions about, wow, I don't know. What do we do? And they're calling us. They're saying, we're here on the battlefield. We're waiting for you. And if you don't come, we're going to come for you. And my only pushback is that I don't think Donald Trump has an option here. Yeah. And maybe he's a way better man than me. If I was in that position, I would be thinking right now, I have to go full guns. I got to blow this thing up because
This is going to spread from Minnesota is just it's not an anomaly. It's going to happen all over our country. And man, when you start to really dive into how is our country sold out, one of the big players, and I'm a big Ronald Reagan guy, but Ronald Reagan played a great part in our downfall of our nation. He allowed amnesty, and he changed the demographics of California overnight. Oh, people don't understand this. In the 80s, 70s, 80s, and even into the 90s, California was a solid red state.
Yeah.
We had red governors.
Yeah.
I remember when I lived in San Diego was a supermajority Republican. From Orange County all the way down to San Diego, it was all Republicans. Now it's supermajority Democrats. Why? Because Ronald Reagan created amnesty. It was supposed to be for like 1.52 million. Then it turned into like 3.5, 4 million people. That's what we know about. And he changed the demographics of California overnight. And that has been,
But see,
Go
but
ahead.
see, I would argue against this for one moment. Yeah, that is true. But here's the thing: a lot of, and this is why the Democrats are trying to destroy the nucleus of the family, because Hispanics, the ones that actually got amnesty, were more conservative than they were liberal. I think the problem was under Reagan, in my opinion, is the fact that us conservatives, we allowed for the government to take a hold of the culture of education. And we made that mistake because guess what? All those hippies that were in the late 60s and early 70s that were protesting about Vietnam and all that stuff, they became professors and they educated those illegals children, or they became legal under Reagan, right? So they're legal now and they had children, which would be my generation, right? That we and a lot of them, guess where they went? They went to colleges in California where the professors were those hippies that did not like Reagan, that did not like the Republic, and now they educated. And we learned from, who was that, Julio? The video that broke down how communism is in influencing in our country.
The
You
Russian
know,
agent Besmerov. Yeah.
yeah, and basically that was the 10 years right there. And now you got all these millennials, which that's what they are, that are like so brainwashed into the left. And that's one. Two, everybody in California are what? Majority are what? Renters, not owners. Why? Because, which I will agree, it goes to your point, and this is the part I kind of somewhat agree, that yeah, because they were illegal and now they got amnesty. They were poor, right? So they lived in apartments. Their children, which is the ones we're talking about, lived in apartments, and rent's expensive in California. And so guess what? These guys that are brainwashed in this liberal arts and this all this stuff. So I think I guess I kind of concede with that part, but then at the same time, we as conservatives messed up letting the left take over the education system, thinking like, well, let them think that way. It's this and that. And, we live on these moral standards where we're like, let them, which is cool. It's right. I agree with that. But they're not playing the same game.
Now, I agree with the leftists in the education, but but ultimately we have to go all the way back to the genesis. Why did we bring in millions of people that don't speak our language, that are used to authoritative government, and then all of those Hispanics that came into California, they all voted Democrat, and they still do to this day. So, I mean, if you go back to the demographics of the United States of America, we have the same right to maintain our demographics as China, Japan, Iran, Mexico. Mexico doesn't, they're throwing white people out of their country, and rightfully so. In 1970s, as early as 1970s and into the 80s, do you know that they didn't even count in the census Hispanics? Do you know that? Because Hispanics were so small they couldn't quantify it. So you had 90% white, almost 10% black, and like just a sprinkle of Hispanics, Asians. Fast forward to today, 90% white. In less than 50 years, we are now 55% of the population, whites. We, mean white guy. Blacks have only grown 2%. 2%. Hispanics have almost doubled blacks. So now you have this massive influx. Now, if you and you guys have families, and I have one son, and you guys have 6 kids, but who cares? There's 6 Hispanic kids. It doesn't matter. They're Americans, right?
Correct.
No one cares. Like if the black family down the street has 8 kids, or I'm a Catholic family, we had 6 kids. So it's an ebb and flow, right? It just kind of flows, right? But when you import tens of millions of people and completely destroy the demographics of America, and now we're in this frenzy of balkanization and grabbing benefits and stuff, and everyone's like, wait a minute, how did this happen? Well, you brought in people from the third world into a first world country that is high trust, meaning I could go to a ski resort and leave my skis out. I could drive my car. And leave my car unlocked. No one's going to steal stuff. To now we're this multicultural, multiracial, multi-religion, diversity is a strength. This is a lie. Everything the left told us was God truth is turned out to be a bullshit lie. All of it.
Yeah. Yep. And because again, the left banked on us conservatives. Well, they're gonna forgive us, or they're gonna let us do this. It's freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, which I'm not saying that we should be tyrannical or anything, but what we should have done is set these parameters from the get-go. Hey, you know what? If you're coming here, we don't care where you come from, but just know that there's some simulation that you're gonna have to do. Which
but we had that. This is what makes me
but we didn't enforce it.
No, we didn't enforce it. People say, well, the ICE agents and Border Patrol and immigration and Donald Trump, this is wrong. And they need laws to do it. And I'm like, Tim Dillon, the comedian and Big Pock, I think he's hilarious. But he went on a rant the other day. He was saying, we need to have laws, and I'm like, time out, dude. I think you're awesome, but the laws are already on the books, okay?
Yep. Yeah.
And when you said we need parameters, well, we have parameters. People don't know this, that America immigrates legally, 1.2 million immigrants legally every single year. Do you know that's more than every nation on planet Earth combined? But there's a big push now to have no immigration, zero. There needs to be a moratorium. Look, America is what it is, but you can't tell me that I have to accept that my country demographics have to be destroyed, and I have to accept it. I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to fight it till the day I die. Does it mean that I want all Hispanics out of the country and bring Hispanics population down to the 0.10%, 10/100%? No, that's not what I'm saying. I want everyone that's not here legally to get the fuck out. That's it. And I want it done now, because I want your audience to understand there's 50 million illegal aliens. Do you know, if we stay at this pace, not this pace, if we stayed at a pace of 1,000 illegal aliens a day, arrested and deported, do you know how long it's going to take us to do that? 137 years.
Yeah.
137 years.
That's crazy.
And it's not going to happen. So there has to be changes to it. This is a demographic time bomb. And I don't think look, if you went to Iran right now, let's just take Iran or Iraq or any of the stands or or Venezuela, and I said to those countries, listen, I'm going to infuse 10 million whites into your country tomorrow.
Oh, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen.
Thank you. There's my point.
That wouldn't happen.
I didn't even get my statement out. And
that wouldn't happen.
No way, it's not going to happen.
No,
so
that wouldn't happen.
So why do I have to take in tens of millions of Africans and Middle Easterns to my country?
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. We're trying. Yeah, I'm agreeing with your point. We've been playing this game, and the Democrats are playing dirty. And we
Yes.
keep trying to say like, oh, you know what? But here's the deal. It's like, so we can't deport them all, which we should. And like you said, the current state, the current move, what we should do. But the other thing that what we need to do, while at the same time trying to get as many as deported as we can, we need to come back to the teaching of you're my people. If you're white and you're American and you're proud, you're my people. If you're black and you're American, you're my people. No more like, hey, we need to stop um discouraging people from being proud of their race, right? Like, for example, if you're white, there shouldn't be, you shouldn't, like, if I was white and I said, you know what, I'm proud of being white. I'm not saying that it's the best race in the world, but I'm proud of being white.
Yes.
That shouldn't be an issue. Just like if I said, I'm proud to have descendants of Mexica, right? That's the race, which means mestizos, which means I'm a mutt mixed because I have, different kinds, mixed race. So that should be, if I'm saying I'm proud of that, that shouldn't be an issue. And we see the hypocrite. Like, you could say, I am proud of being of this country, but then if I say, or if you who are white says, I am proud of being an American, they say that's racist. And that is the most, there's a book that Michael Knowles wrote called a Speechless, Controlling Words, Controlling Mind. And he speaks about that. And I'm noticing it. Words
Yeah.
matter. And the left, and again, this falls back to the education, the left has basically made it seem to where these words don't matter. They call you racist and they don't even know what the word means.
It has no meaning anymore. But why? This is a great discussion, because I believe that, and I will lay this at the feet of the Christian man, and they've allowed this to happen. And I'll even go one step further, and I'll say it is the white Christian man that has allowed our nation to descend into this chaos, because it was a white Christian man that was told in 1965 in the Hart-Celler Act, you just sit there and shut up. We're not going to bring any more people like you. We're going to stop all the immigration from Europe, all the white people, and we're going to turn the spigot on full blast for Africans and Latin Americans. And everyone sat here and went, okay, I don't want to be called any bad names. Wait a minute. You just upset my demographics. Now, that was 1965. Then you saw it explode into, now we have Somalians that are not, and it's not just Minnesota. The Somalians are spread all across this country, and they're defrauding us in the tunes of tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yep.
We are now being, not only have they destroyed our demographics, they are raping us, like financially raping us.
Yep.
I just wrote an article for Substack before I came on your show tonight, and just started listing all the crimes, the rapes, the murders, the pedophilia. I could literally spend the next 30 days just cutting and pasting, because it's nonstop. We the American man have allowed our women to be raped, killed, our children destroyed, our kids is going to school and they're teaching English as the second language to several different languages, and our kids fall behind. But it's not about, but this is how the left is won. And you talked about this. This is how the left won. They hijacked the narrative, and they said that you and I, us three men, care about race. I look at Julio. I've been to Julio's house. He had me there. He invited me into his house, into his great studio, to have a conversation for 3 hours. So when I look at Julio, I'm not thinking, well, Julio is Hispanic, and where's he from? Puerto Rico, or what? No, I just go, damn, that's Julio. He's a proud American. He's a Christian. He has a great family. He's raising kids. This is an American man. The idea that I, just because I'm white, see race, I don't. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that my race has been relegated to racism, Nazi, white supremacist, white nationalists, when the white population founded this country. We didn't come in here and just willy-nilly. We founded the nation. I'm part Indian, so I'm going to say this as a part of a Native American. We went in and we beat the savages down and created the greatest nation on planet Earth. Why are we going to apologize for that?
And exactly. And for those that are like, oh, give the land back, man, shut up. You are benefiting out of it. I'm benefiting out of it.
Yeah.
And I am so glad that history shaped what it did to get me to where I am today. So
what are
I'm
we
gonna
supposed
throw
to
that
do?
out
We're
there.
supposed to roam the plains, chasing buffaloes and living in teepees?
Dude,
I mean,
you know,
You know
and
what,
hey,
JJ?
people,
the
just so
the
you
left,
know, and these people, these Indians, they were raping and pillaging their own people for
Yeah.
decades, maybe
Yeah.
100 plus years.
But-
Look, the thing that is historical, this is human nature. The strongest person or group of people come into a
Oh,
territory, they own it. Period.
Yeah.
This is not
Always.
we're not the bad people. A bunch of white Puritans are not the bad people. This is called
Law of the land.
civilization.
well,
Yeah,
and we gotta again, and this is another thing that the left got us twisted again.
Mhm.
Because I'll tell you why. These educators got all of us thinking we're gonna judge the past with today's moral standards. You don't do that as a historian.
No.
You can't do that. So let's keep things in perspective. What you just talked about, the whatever white people, whatever you want to call them, but they were colonizers or whatever. Around that time, everywhere in the world, that was a contemporary thing. That was a standard that everybody did.
Mhm.
Everybody was. That's why if you look at different parts of our nation, you got people speaking French in some of their states, like Louisiana. I'm going to give that out, right?
Mhm.
And then you got some people that have more of Italian descent. Some people had Spaniard descent. Why? Because everybody from Europe
Came here.
came here to conquer.
Yep.
So that was don't let's not forget that even past that, you got the Middle Easterns were doing that. Come on, for crying out loud. We're talking about Israel and Palestine, right? That's still going on right now. There's places in Africa, in the continent of Africa, countries doing the same thing today. So basically, you know, we that left got us so twisted that we're looking at the white man, this and that. Now we're judging the white people of the present for something they did in the past, which is so dumb. And that's why, again, I agree with you, JJ Carroll. Like we should not be in this position. They got white people now being afraid to have more kids. And this is what gets me so upset because
We're committing suicide. The white people are committing
Yes.
suicide.
Yes.
And it's inexcusable. And I've never cared what people thought. I'm just think differently. I don't care what you call me. I don't care. You think I'm going to apologize for my whiteness and my young son who's got blonde hair, blue eyes? Yeah, I'm going to apologize. I'm the same way a black sharecropper in the 50s had to speak to his black child with black skin and black eyes about, don't you ever apologize for being black. I'm having the same damn discussion with my son. Don't you ever apologize, son, for being white and having blue eyes. God made you that way. Be proud. You and I, you and me, son, are the devils of today. And we are never going to bow a knee. We're never going to bend a knee to any of these mental patients that now run our country or these Karens that run around. But then look, guys, this has to be a true statement. I don't blame the Hispanics. I don't blame the blacks. I don't blame any of the illegal immigrants. I blame the white man in America because we were 90% and we allowed the downfall. We allowed all of this nonsense to come into our society and destroyed America. Look, and you say, well, JG, that's racist. Well, hold on a second. What was our nation better in 1970 as it is today? Which one's better? In 1970s, could you walk around LA and not even worry about anything?
Yep.
Downtown LA. I would never go downtown LA. I live in middle America right now. Middle America, Kansas City, St. Louis, Detroit. I can go Birmingham. I can go all the way to Oklahoma City. I can go to Dallas. You can't walk around downtown. You're gonna get killed.
Yeah, even if you were black, if you went to the because if I'm serious, I have friends. We used to have this thing called the race relations, and it was a bunch of us, and I would bring the question to his name's Kevin Broussard. If you see this, I'm calling you out, but I would ask him, "Hey, Kevin, would you rather live in a ghetto full of whites, a ghetto full of Mexicans, or a ghetto full of blacks?" And he's a black man. He's just like, man, I would say the ghetto with the Mexicans, because the worst thing that I have to worry about is you guys pumping your music after work, drinking music in the back of the truck. And I go, well, why wouldn't you go with the whites? He goes, well, trailer trash in the ghetto, white people, I don't know. I just can't do that. They might say, come here, boy, or something, right? And then I go, well, why not with your own people? And he goes, because, and he says the N word, he goes, they'd be stealing TVs and stuff. My TV would. So, I mean, that, and that right there, people are going to say, oh my God, that's wrong. Man, that's how we were. Like the times you said, like we had humor, we had comedy. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. We weren't this soft. I mean, for crying out loud, guys, we need to get back to,
Well,
and prior
I have
Obama. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I have an observation for you guys. In this, the American decline is being evident. I mean, we have abortions. Planned Parenthood went crazy from the 80s all the way like from the 80s and 90s to now. Like, have you ever seen a Somali or any illegal immigrant in Planned Parenthood buildings? Have you
Nope.
seen any?
No,
It's
Nope.
whites,
no,
blacks,
yeah.
and legal American
Only
Hispanic.
American citizens.
We've been replaced two prong. We've been killing our own, and we're importing other people with 20 kids that probably have with their first cousin. And I would like to bring that to JJ because we were talking about it offline.
Yeah.
Like in the last couple of weeks, Nick Shirley
Mhm.
uncovered the Pandora's box. He opened the can of worm that nobody can close now. And I was looking at them and they look retarded. And I did some research, and yes, they married their first cousin,
Mhm.
mostly in the Muslim environment. They do is well known. They do that a lot. They marry the
Yes.
first cousin, the interracial, whatever. They do their thing.
Up to 60+% in some
Up to sixty
countries.
plus percent. And how do they develop this fraud scheme so elaborated that they fraud medical insurance, the taxpayers, the government, whatever, the whole scheme, the whole pyramid scheme.
Well,
How they did,
the
how they
first
did
thing,
it. Like,
well, the first
they don't
thing
have
they
the
did,
internet to do it.
well, that's part of their culture. Number one is thievery, swindling, and fraud. That is, and they don't even deny it. They don't even deny it. However, let's take Minnesota for example. Minnesota is not some big ass state. This is a average size state. They're saying the fraud is now surpassing 25 billion. So how does a bunch of people that are honestly retarded, okay, as a whole, did they come up with this scheme? No.
No.
Walls had to. So let's say, I don't know what Minnesota, I should have looked it up. I apologize. Minnesota's annual state budget, 25 billion is an enormous amount of money. Let's say they stole 5 billion last year. 5 billion just doesn't disappear from a state's budget without anybody knowing. So we know Walls was involved. We know Ellison was involved. We know Fry, and we know Ilhan Omar was. But I want to go back just for a second. You talked about the incestuous problem in the continent of Africa, mainly sub-Sahara, but almost all the whole continent, and all of Africa and the Middle East. And you can go down. So you take those two. Tens of millions of people came from those countries under Joe Biden. And the vast majority of the people in those countries have an IQ that is below 68, 70. 70 is the demarcation for retardation. So you have brought in America, United States of America, and I don't care how harsh this sounds, America, you brought in tens of millions of retarded people into your society. And what do you think is going to happen? And we had this discussion with someone the other day. Ellis Island, back in the day when you came into America, if you had a club foot, if you coughed, you were sent back. Like literally, get your ass back on the boat and go back to journey. Are you telling me these Somalians with the very skinny head, the bugged out eyes, the balloon style head, they call balloon heads, they would never allow them off the boat? And not only would they never allow them off the boat, they would push them back. But what did our government do? Send me all you retarded people. Send them all to me. Now they're breeding with their first cousin and immediate relatives at almost a 50 to 60% rate. How does that match into my country, my America, where we're Christian values? How? Tell me how that's going to work. And it doesn't. And we're watching the manifestation of what the left and the Republicans have done to America. Julio, you're right. They brought in our replacements because, as you and I talked about, you played that clip. Who's easier to control? The three of us that are intelligent, that are critically thinking, or a bunch of retarded people that need the federal government in every facet of their life? It's a question that answers itself, guys.
Yep, exactly.
That is crazy. And now we are moving along to different topic. Taxes. The state of Virginia, they have the new governor. They implanted new taxes in Virginia. I just want to see the video and give me your response about it, because when I listened to it, I was like, this is got to be a joke. But just listen to it.
Here's a list of the many tax increases and proposals Democrats in Virginia are considering passing. They include additional local sales tax in all Virginia counties and cities, new personal property tax on electric leaf blowers and electric landscaping equipment, large employer tax, gun and ammunition tax, new income tax brackets, a delivery tax. This would hit you if you make an order on Amazon, Uber Eats, or an order that includes UPS, FedEx delivery, etc. here in Northern Virginia. There's also a tax they're looking at for events, concerts, an investment income tax, storage facility tax, gym membership tax, dog walking tax, dog grooming tax, counseling tax, digital personal property tax, new car taxes and highway use fees, an increase in the hotel tax here in Arlington, statewide speed cameras. Now, these aren't taxes, but they would include more fines for some drivers, dry cleaning tax, home repair tax, and a vehicle.
What's next? All they need to do is tax us for farting now, you know?
Well, they deserve everything they get. They brought in that governor, Spamberger, and then their lieutenant governor is a Muslim and got sworn in on the Quran. Guys, we're committing suicide. And what that guy didn't talk about, because it wasn't the reporting, Spamberger immediately passed a law where women can elect to abort their child as it's coming through the birth canal and shunt the brain and kill the baby. That's the world we live in. And maybe that's the bigger, the taxation, Julio, and all that. I get it. It's oppressive. I believe that we are living in a world, in America specifically, that is about good versus evil, Satan versus God. I believe there is such a spiritual component to everything that we're going through that is undeniable now to say Satan is prowling the earth and God reigns above. Who's going to win? We know who's going to win because we're Christians, but God has just I feel like God just did this. Okay, you guys are on your own. Let's see how you do it, because you're killing all my children. 63 million babies have been murdered since Roe v. Wade. You have women now. When Walz signed the bill to kill babies and Spamberger signed the bill, they're clapping. Women are behind them clapping the fact that they can murder their babies.
Well,
God,
JJ,
what's the world we're living in, man?
Well, JJ, we don't even have to go that far back into the. Just think of this, and you are right. It's evil. I think we talked about this, and we even showed a clip of it. But Kamala Harris campaign when she had Megan Thee Stallion,
Yep,
they had abortion performing in the DNC.
Yeah, you get abortion.
They had a mobile bus, and women. There was lines of having abortion while they were having the campaign speech in the DNC.
And I guarantee you didn't see any Somalis in there.
Nope. And the Somalis are having children. The Muslims are having children in families at 8 to 10. 8 to 10. Do you know that we are now below the replacement level of 2.1?
Oh, yeah.
We're past 1.6 now, guys. We're in the danger zone of never coming back out of this. And
Yeah, we were 1.8 last year, and then we
yeah,
dropped to 1.6.
yep.
Yeah.
So that 1.8 is you're dying, 1.6 is you're dead. There's no coming out of it. There has to be, that's why I'm saying there has to be there's a spiritual component to what we're seeing the downfall of America. The only way we're coming out of is a spiritual one. That's it. There has to be a massive revival of God coming back into our country, and that rights everything.
But and the thing is, unfortunately, and I know me and Julio had this talks, and this is where I get pessimistic, but apparently, well, it's optimistic at the end, but this is prophesied that's going to happen. uh this is going to become the antichrist's domain,
Mhm.
and it says in the end of times, people are not going to know from whether good or evil. They're not going to
Mhm.
know. And we're living those times right now, because there's, like you just said, people are celebrating, clapping, because they're killing their babies. They're performing concerts and political campaigns while performing abortion and mobile little trailer things, and there's a big old line because it's for free.
Well,
This is
let me ask you guys this question, because this is interesting, because there's two Hispanic guys and a white guy. Are you, Julio, for your family, do you speak about this at your dinner table? Do you talk about abortions? Do you talk about the sanctity of life, as I talk with my wife and my son at the dinner table, and about Christian values and the destruction of America? Do you, as a Hispanic man and family, is that dinner talk, or is that forbidden?
No, we don't talk it at the dinner because we don't have like as much as dinner time. When we on the road, we spend a lot of time on the road. That's the topics that we bring, and we had the discussion. To be exact, with my daughter, around 6 months ago, we had that discussion, and I asked him, what do they think about it, and they gave me their opinion, and I gave her mine, and they were like, "Why you are so anti-abortion?" And I was like, well, they deserve to live like everybody else.
Mhm.
That is in the Ten Commandments, and we should not break that. And they look at me, and they've read their Bibles in the tablets, and they like, they came to conclusion. They're like, yeah, if God said it, yeah, He's right. We shouldn't be killing the baby because it's not fair. That's like it's not. So we had that discussion before, but my kids are like straight conservative. I mean, they
Yeah.
even they don't like people with blue hairs. They just when they see it, they're like people are
So why do you educate me or inform me? Why does the vast population of Hispanics in America vote Democrat? Why is that?
okay. Okay, so here's back to the point that I was saying, like, so poverty for one, right? And that's not excuse, but unfortunately the Hispanics,
dependency.
they
Yeah.
don't prioritize their thing, but it's because where they come from. JJ, you made that point. They're
Mhm.
coming from places like Mexico. Those people are broken.
Mhm.
Their government's broken. So these men come in here, and, like, for example, they don't like LGBT. They don't like none of that. And when they go to school, they're just like, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say anything. You know what? I'm just going to go to work and do that. It's fine. You're going to teach that to my kids. I just got to comply, put my head down. Yes, yes, sir. I'm just grateful that I'm making way more money than where I came from. That's their mindset. So they don't have that American teaching that we are taught. And I hope they still teach that. But, like, going back to what you asked, Julio, and my family, we do have dinner talks. And on Sundays, we read the Bible from front to back. We try to do that within 1 year, and we read it again the next year. And as they're growing, we try to use different perspectives. We
Mhm.
first read it as a historical book, then we read it as actual like a faith based,
Yeah.
and then we try. But anyways, so my point is this: these, and I grew up, my dad was an illegal, and he worked his butt off to find means to get legal. He got
Mhm.
his residency, and then he married my mom, then he had my sisters, and then I was the last one. But and I helped my dad get his American citizenship. And when I was young, JJ, I used to say, I'm Mexican, I'm Mexican. And my dad sat me and he goes, come here, son. You're not Mexican. You're
Mhm.
American. You have, but bloodline from Mexicans, but Mexican is not a race. It's actually just a country. And I fled from there because I didn't have anything over there. And, he explained why, there's
Yeah.
history. But anyways, so a lot of these Mexicans come with this mindset. They raise these kids, the education, which is public school, raises these kids, and these kids tell their parents, this is what I've learned. And no, dad, that's not right. And, no, mom, this is not right. And guess what? They vote Democrat
Mhm.
because the kids were taught in the system, and the parents won't they won't challenge it because they don't do that. The moment they argue, they're just like, yeah, whatever, I don't want to talk about politics. You know what, just leave me alone, get me out of this, I don't want to hear this. That's their mindset. Am I wrong, Julio? That's all the Hispanics. They're just like,
Yeah.
the moment it gets uncomfortable, they want
Mhm.
to give out.
Well, then
My
we come full circle in this discussion then, that we've allowed people from the third world to come into our country that did not assimilate into American culture and norms, and now we have this balkanized nation. Like, this is a hard topic to discuss. It's a hard thing to say. Do I want you and your family to go back to Mexico? No. Do I want you to go back, Julio? No. I that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there has to be a hard discussion on the fact that this is no longer the America that I grew up in. And I have a right as an American to say, hold on a second. I didn't vote for any of this crap. None of it. So why did you illegally import all these people into my country? And now you changed not only the demographics, you changed the cultural, you changed the societal, you changed all this. And it's undeniable that America has changed. And it cannot, and I don't want it to change. Do I think it has to stay the way it was? Why can't it?
Well, see,
Why can't my country stay the way that it was founded? And this idea that we're a nation of immigrants is a lie.
yep,
We did not build this country. We built it on white settlers, not they were settlers and black slaves. But the black slaves were a minority, like a small, almost insignificant minority in our country. We were founded and created to be the greatest nation on the planet because we were Anglo-Saxons from Europe that already read, write, knew the arts, had language, had mathematics, had architecture, great architecture, and we brought all that to America and we created the greatest nation on planet Earth. And then we started to kill ourselves. We started to commit suicide by saying that, no, we're a nation of immigrants. No, that's a lie. Well, the Statue of Liberty says that. The Statue of Liberty came from some effeminate man in France.
which they've always been like that.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty does not supersede the effing Constitution.
Yep.
And we have been lied to so much. The propaganda, guys, is so intense that my country is changed almost to the point of not being able to recognize. Listen, my wife has a lot of freedom. We have a great marriage, and I'm not tyrannical in any way. My wife, I sat her down and I said, you are to never, ever go into a major metropolitan city again by yourself. Never. And you're not taking our son. Never, never, never. And what is in the metropolitan? Black people are in metropolitan, and where's the highest murder and rape of people are there. My wife and my son almost got shot and killed 2 years ago at the Kansas City Super Bowl parade. That's it. No, done. Kansas City, Missouri is a crap hole. It's all black. It's all black mayor, city council, chief of police, all black citizens. Crime is off the chart. I have a better chance of going to the moon by myself, flying, flapping my wings, than if my wife and my son went down there multiple times within a month and came out alive. It's not going to happen.
And the same happened here,
speaking
though.
of that, show that video of Texas. Show that video in Texas. I think this happened in New Year's Eve in Dallas. And
right here.
check this out, JJ. This was in New Year's. imagine people just driving there. Just driving there. Just go ahead. This is infuriating. Like,
I don't want to play.
oh, okay.
It is people being arrested for shooting on the highway
So you had these
in Texas. Have
illegals.
you seen the
These
videos
illegals.
going online? They were like
These
actually shooting
illegals
automatic guns in the
using
highway.
semi-automatics, just shooting like they're on an overpass on a freeway, and there's a freeway underneath, and these illegals, because they arrested them, they barely caught them today
here.
because
Got
they're
it.
so dumb.
You
They
got it?
showed their face.
I got it now.
You might want to move us out of the way. Hold on, you're about to see it.
Why do I have to live in this?
They shot a van with 3 children.
They're Mexican.
Yep. They shot a van. They shot a van.
They shot a van and
They with 3
they
children.
got
in it.
arrested. They were identified. They were arrested a couple days ago, and there was a lot of people arrested on that week. So it is crazy. That happened in Dallas and Houston area. So
Okay, so let's go back to 1970s. That happened?
No.
no.
No. And no. It's not going to happen. So this proves this is not a theory that I'm just pulling out of my ass. This is the destruction of America. Look, they don't even try to assimilate. Look at how do I know he's Mexican? People say, "Oh, you're a racist." No, I look at his belt buckle and his hat. That's Mexican, straight from across the border. He's just whatever. Maybe he's a Tejano but he's down there in Juarez or something, gang member, whatever. My God, why are? And then there's going to be a million excuses. And I want your audience to understand something, or at least hear this from my perspective. I did this for 24 years, and I'm back in the game again in federal law enforcement. When you look at those 2, 3, 4 people shooting, don't look at them as 4 people. I want you to look at them as 4 million people, 40 million people. That is what is in our country. That mentality. Look, and if you talk to them, I bet you they have the comprehension of maybe a donkey. They have no ability to literally talk like you and I are talking, and you and I can have a disagreement. Julio, you could say, JJ, I think that's racist. And I can come back. We can have a dialogue. There is nothing firing in their brain. They are retarded. We brought in retarded people that are amoral, that don't believe in anything we believe in, and we're shocked. And Americans are like, I don't know why is there 4 Mexicans shooting long arms at cars? What American would do that? Come on, honestly, let's ask that question.
Yeah.
Besides the inner city blacks, who in America are there American Hispanic Americans that would do that? No.
I don't think so. No.
The only group of people that would do that would be Black Americans in the inner city. That's just the truth. You don't have to like me for saying it. That's just a factual truth. They're killing each other at an alarming rate. But we've allowed this to happen. And finally, I'll say this. We have a character flaw in America. In our society, we believe everything that is happening today has always been that way. Black Americans have been killing each other forever. No, they haven't. Black Americans are illegitimate puppy machines. No, that's not true. Blacks, they're intellectually inferior. No, actually, in 1950s, 60s, and 70s, their test scores were almost identical or sometimes higher than white Americans. So everything that we're living in today is an anomaly in our history. We've just allowed our country to fall.
Well, and what you described earlier before we showed you the video, and I didn't want to interrupt, but what you described when you were saying, do I want, just because I want my country to be back the way it was, that is the definition of being a conservative. We're trying to conserve
Yes.
the very, very meaning of what America was. And it's crazy to me that for you saying that it's controversial, and it's not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, America is about a bunch of, at this point right now, there's nothing we can do about it now. We have a lot of diverse races, which is fine, right? That's where we're at now. But I agree with you here where we need to enforce the laws. And like you said, that comedian talking about we need to create laws. And
No.
and no, the laws are already here. We just need to enforce it. We just need to enforce the laws. Like that guy, Alex Peretti, whatever, the guy that got shot, the nurse, whatever. When they showed the video of him, I think someone said it was a week before he got shot, or someone says, that moment right there, he should have been arrested. He should have been arrested, and we didn't enforce the law. Our own Trump administration, and I'm forever Trump, right? So I'm criticizing him because why didn't they instruct them to arrest that guy, get that guy out of the street? That is a felony, damaging a federal agent's vehicle. If it was a police car, that guy would have been in cuffs and gone already. But this is the fact that they're not enforcing the federal law harsher than state or metro police, whatever. It's outrageous. We need to keep enforcing
it is outrageous
laws.
But we're not. And guess who's most affected? Is it me, that I live in a 99% white community, okay, in a suburb? 99%, maybe 99.5%. Do we have that? If there had a car broken into, they would be talking about it 6 months straight. Can you believe Mr. Smith's car got broke into? You go. So who's doing this? Hispanics, Asians, and blacks that live in the inner cities are being terrorized. I can't even imagine my son not be able. He likes to skateboard and scoot because, like, professionally. So I take my son to the skate park and he gets shot, or his friends get shot. And every time he goes to the skate park, I think, my God, my son's going to get shot. I couldn't live like that. But everyone in America in the major cities are living like that. And then all of the white people have left the cities on white flight. And know what we say? I'm going to tell you straight out. And I say this to my black friends all the time. Do you know why nobody gives a shit that you're killing each other? Because you're killing each other. The moment you come into the suburbs, we are going to lose our minds if you try to kill us. And I've talked to a guy that's a gang member, been out of jail for murder for 21 years. He says the same thing. We know. I said, that's the problem. The politicians and the crazy elites have relegated our metropolitan cities to be war zones. The Escape from New York movie is real. As long as this is what the politicians and white people have done, they've said, as long as you keep all of your savagery within your city limits, we don't care. And just keep it from us. That's horrible.
And see, back to your point. This is why, again, I agree with you. They're bringing these low IQ because guess what, America? Once they overpopulate people like me, Julio, JJ Carrell, it's over. Because guess what? Tyranny, these guys are coming from that. So they're used to it. They're going to fall in line. Versus people like us, we would start a revolution. And it would be the same thing like 1776. But they have to first either one make us so dumb, which is part of the process. That's what they're doing. That's why they're barely. I can't believe this, that what I'm about to say, and it's true. Harvard University is teaching basic math.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. So
Are you for real?
yeah, so they're dumb.
Oh.
We're dumb. They got the white people thinking that, hey, having too much kids is bad for the climate change. So now you guys are forced to have 1 kid, 2 kids, and that's
Yeah.
it. Then
Let's have the Hispanics and the blacks and the
Yeah.
Somalis have 10 kids.
Then
That's crazy, right?
hey, women, they're attacking us in all fronts, is what I'm saying. This is
they are.
They got us pinned as okay. Then the next thing is they got liberal white women thinking that lesbian is the best route than finding a man because they don't want to submit. So now they're not having kids there. Then on top of the ones that are having kids, they're sleeping with multicultural, which is not bad, but it becomes bad when your race is dying. And okay, then I mean, it's just all fronts, JJ. And it's like we can focus on 1, 2, 3, but we're at the state where what do we do?
We're in a free fall. We're in a
Yeah.
free fall. Yep, and that's what they wanted. Well, how do you make change, guys? You make change in chaos. You make change in chaos. So it's
Like this one, like this piece of shit. Have you seen this?
Oh man. Oh.
Well, these guys, they're so
man.
disgusting. They're Hollywood. They know how to read. They know how to read some other man's words. That's it. They're morons.
Listen to what he said, and this is crazy.
No audio, Julio.
No audio?
No audio. No.
Huh. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. I think you have it. The speaker. Yeah, there we go. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh man. Nope. No audio.
Let me.
But I will say this though, while we're waiting for
reshare
that,
again.
man,
Yeah.
JJ, it sounds like the only best thing that we should do is have this what we're having now discussion. If we keep amplifying this and talking about it, then
This is time
There
for
we go.
revolution. It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting. You know, some very rich old white men are exerting their power to suppress our own people, thus creating a feeling of civil war in the streets, preparing the haters to hate, teaching them how to shoot. They're not even trained right, to kill. This is all a preparation for a very insidious problem that's happening in our world. And for me, I have to speak out that we will not be iced out. This is not going to happen. They can't take us all down. If the whole world showed up on Putin's doorstep or on the Iranians' doorstep or in Washington, it would they'll kill 550 million, however, but the rest of us would survive with a new. This is time for a revolution. It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting.
He just
But we have
said
to be
that
strong
it's
enough to know.
yeah,
that
I know.
we can kill 550 million, but hey, we'll still be there. No, you're not. Well, you know what? Why don't you get in bed with your gay lover and do whatever you want to do? You freak, right? Do I really want to listen to that guy with a scarf on? Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
Same like these two guys. Like these two, they hate white people. They
Oh
marry
man,
white
there
people.
goes hey JJ, there goes your hey JJ,
There
there
it
goes your
goes.
woman.
There's
right
my girl.
there.
Yep.
Your girl.
Hey, Julio, did we hit that out of the park over a year ago? We were ahead. We were ahead of the game, man. On Ilhan Omar and
She needs to go to jail.
well,
Tim Walz needs to go to
and
jail.
why is she not in jail, guys? Why is
I
she
know.
not? But you know
I
what?
know.
I will be honest with you. None of those guys, people like that, don't bother me. But it has to be pointed out that you can't say those kind of racist, hateful things about my people, my white people.
I know,
You can't
I
say
know.
that about white people. You know what? You know, white men, those old white men built this country so a gay man like you, a black gay man, could could prosper and be wealthy in America solely
Yeah.
because of white old men allowed you freaking gay boy to get into Hollywood. And if you go back in time, your people that you claim are your people from the 50s would have lynched you. There's no way they would allowed a flaming gay man to be in the black community. No way. So please spare me your people. Nobody wants to be around your people. I don't want to be around your people.
And man, JJ Carroll, I hate to think. I just like to think outside of the box and different perspectives, as you can see. But I kind of, and this is tinfoil hat again, but I kind of feel like all this is by design. Like they want us to hate the left so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like we're being manipulated that way, because when I hear these guys and I see this stuff, I do get angry. I get infuriated. And at the same time, you know, like BLM, when it came out, the same thing. I'm like, they're making us want to become racist again.
Mm-hmm.
They're making us want to do this. And it is by design, guys. And again, you might say I'm conspiracy again, whatever, but it's proof, because they're paying, somebody's paying for the signs to riot. When the whole Venezuela thing, like not even hours, bro, they already had the signs, the flags, everything already in different cities. Yo, I mean,
no, it's all planned, it's all done, and I believe everything has happened. It's the infusion of millions of people illegally into our country, the change of the demographics, it's all intentional. But I do agree with you that in order to make changes, we're going to have some serious dialogue. So us three, we have so much in common. I would say that we probably have maybe 2-3% of maybe disagreement. It's the same time when I did my documentary, What is Treason? I sat across from Tyrone Mohammed, who's running for Senate now in Illinois. He was 21 years in state prison for murder. He and I had an hour and a half, 2-hour conversation. We might agree on 9.7 out of 10. And then the 3% or the 0.3% that we disagree on, we can have an articulate discussion to say, okay, I can see where you're coming from, and he can say, I can see where you're coming from. Then we're not going to be able to meet in the middle. We're going to have to disagree on this. And I think Americans, real Americans, feel like this with each other. I think the crazies are actually an anomaly. They're growing, but I think they get amplified because it's not everyone. Yeah, the microphones.
They got a louder microphone. They got Hollywood, the media, and Donald Trump proved that because remember, post Donald Trump, remember this, JJ, they had us believe that we were the minority. And I believed it at one point.
We're not the minority. But we're too silent. We're too silent. Yes. And again, I blame it on the white Christian men in America, because we were so afraid of have to go to HR, have a whisper about, hey, I don't think you should go downtown. Don't tell anybody I said that, right? So we're going through this process, but this is the manifestation of cowardness.
Yes.
No. Listen, you go back in history and you look at the Vikings, the Romans, the Greeks, and you go ask their leaders, hey, would you allow, a large army to come in and just rape your women?
No.
And kill your kids and then kill you? They go, we're going to fight to our death. But no, we do. Well, you know what? They raped my wife. I think if we just had a little more empathy for about where they came from, and we could probably talk it out. See, I'm different. I think the days and time for true conversation and dialogue with those people are over. They only own one thing, and that's force and a level of violence that will push them back into the far recesses of our society. And if that doesn't happen, they will win.
And JJ Carrell, the thing is, you don't even have to go too far. We see that what you just said right now with what you just said, rape your family, whatever. Europe right now, England right now, there was there's a bunch of fathers. There's I'm just gonna say this one story which we talked about and we showed the clip a few months back, but there is a father who his daughter was being raped
Mhm.
by a bunch of Muslim men.
Yep.
And then when she ran and escaped a house, they took her to another house, and then the cab driver took her to another house. Like I think it was like over 100, almost close to 100 men.
Mhm.
And then the father was, because she was missing, she was supposed to come from home. He followed the ping from the cell phone into this house. He knocked on that door like crazy, and he said, my daughter's in here. Her phone's pinging here. Or do you have it? I just need to see if my daughter." And then they called cops. That Muslim guy called the cops. The police came, arrested the father. When he went to jail, uh, the daughter went to the hospital because they let her go, and she had surgery. She was unconscious.
Mhm.
She was, dude, when he went to visit her at the hospital after he bailed, she's like, "Daddy, I heard you. You were there."
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can't imagine because they gave up their rights to bear arms, and now they're at the mercy of lunatics. See, us three, our daughter, our son's in there. We're coming, we're
Yeah,
kicking the door, and we're
yeah.
blasting every single person that moves. And and my thing is, I'll get on my knees and I'll pray to God that He will resurrect those men so I can kill them again. That's the difference between us.
JJ, I know you had to come with
Yeah.
something. And I love it. I love it.
I
But you know
appreciate
what?
you guys having me back on. I love coming on talking to you guys because it's a real conversation amongst men, and I really believe that is very powerful. And I like how we don't candy coat. If I don't, we just shoot from the hip, and
Yep.
it's because what we believe, and we see the same thing. We want the same thing. We want a law and order country that is based in Christianity and our beliefs, and we want the people that have tried and continue to try to destroy our country. We want them eradicated.
I know, me too. And JJ, before you go, I have to say something. When I started this podcast, you were the first one they accepted a invitation when I have only 300 subscribers. You were the
Really?
one. Yes, you were the one when I emailed and I was like beginning this stuff. I was like all over the place. My camera was all messed up. You were the one that say absolutely. Let me know and I will come onto your show. And you came in the first time. And that moment when I got in, I was getting my feet wet into
Mhm.
politics and into this stuff because I started with different mentality, but I guess something drove me to this path. And you were the one when I saw you, I was like, you know what? I want to be like him when I grow up. I want to be like him. I'm seriously. And I
Well,
was like, you know what? Let me talk to him. And you accepted. I was surprised. I was like,
I know
oh,
Julio sent me an
what do
email,
I
and
do
I
now?
emailed him right back and said, "Of course. When do you want to do it?" He goes, "Are you really? You want?" And I said,
Yeah.
"Well, what do you mean, really? Do I really want to do this? I don't know." But I got on. Do you remember your set? I remember your set was black.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
all
like
black.
it's all black. I was trying to figure everything out. Like I just had my camera like a month ago. I didn't know how to work it, and I was like, "Shit, what I do now?" And I tried to figure it out. I couldn't sleep
Yeah.
for 3 days trying to figure everything out. And I have you on, and I was like, "Man, this is I guess this is what I want to do." And from that moment on, I just like, you know what? I need to get better. I need to improve myself. I need to get
Yeah.
better at this. And slowly but surely, it was a long process. It was not overnight. But the more I get into this, into the politics, and then I met Robert, and I was like, you know what? He got into my pockets for a reason. We
Mhm.
our 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 reels between you and Robert like got me over the hump. I mean, it was like it went like kind of successful overnight. And I
Yeah.
was like, man, I guess this is it. And from that moment forward, it's just been like a roller coaster. You know what I mean? We've been shadow man. It's
Yeah.
all over the place. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I use you, JJ, as a role model of like not only had to be a great podcaster or speaker, but at least in my opinion, to be a man to stand on business and stand on your word and do what you say, and you put your money where your mouth is, and I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you to for giving me the opportunity to be for you to accept my invitation and always being there for me, because you part of the family. You've been in my house, so.
Yeah.
And my wife be asking me like, when you gonna bring JJ again? I'm like, I don't know. He's busy now. He's doing
Well,
his stuff. Maybe
yeah.
like when he
All
has
I
a break,
all
we
I
gonna
know
bring.
from what Julio showed me is you got a great palate for whiskey or bourbon because that bottle was good. And I don't know if he
Yeah.
still has it, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you know what? I really appreciate you saying that. And it means a lot because I have a great respect for you because I remember where you started and I started. We all started at the same place, right? At the
Mhm.
bottom and trying to figure this out, just electronics of it. And if someone's the viewer ever got to go into your studio, it's beautiful. What you did, what you've created, I see you've changed quite a bit beyond years
Mhm.
from the last time I went was like 9 months ago, 10 months ago. So you are growing. And I tell you and Robert, my only advice to you is what I got from advice from someone that I respect. Whatever you do, don't give up. Because the moment you give up, that next day, I'll guarantee it, that next day, something massive was going to happen. Like you've already had, Julio, you and I shared at least maybe I think it's two viral clips that went for 1 million plus, so it can happen. You guys you have a great product. Keep grinding at it and it will happen. All right.
yep,
I appreciate it,
appreciate
All
it.
right,
JJ.
guys.
If for those
Thank
who are
you.
watching, that's JJ Carrell. You can follow him on. This is his page right here. This is his.
And that's not my page.
That's this one. This is his page. Here we go. There you go. That is his page. You follow him. This is a great, great, great page. You got everything you got from his books, on the commentaries, his weekly Substack. Join him, subscribe, and you will be well informed. He goes live at 11 a.m. Central Time, and I guess East West Time, Pacific Time is around 9 a.m.,
Yeah,
10 o'clock
about
in the
9
morning.
a.m. Yeah.
9 a.m. Every day he goes live. So there we go. You can follow him there.
And
Great,
as you
great
can
person.
see, unfiltered, straight, raw facts.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no
you go. I mean, you're
yeah,
gonna get it as it is. Like there's no filter. It's
yep.
just like,
Well, I appreciate you guys allowing me to come and talk the way that I do. And I think that's the only way that we move forward is a conversation where there is no filter. The days of half truths and political correctness, that's over. That's why we're here, because nobody spoke the truth. And now there's a new generation of us saying, hold time out. I got a lot to say. And if you don't like it, you can go pound sand. And this is the type of talk that I think will drive viewers to your show and listen to men like us, because we are just simply American men that are Christians and love our family and we love our country. And that's what a country is. Our country is not an idea. Our country is a geographical place on the map that have people that love that flag and love our country and love each other. So I appreciate it,
Amen.
guys.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
AJ, thank you so
Yep.
much. Have
All
a
right.
great weekend,
All right.
and as always, whatever you need, just let me know. I'll be
I
there.
will.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Talk
Yep.
soon. Bye-bye.
Right.
Bye.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
That was JJ Carroll. Great host, man. I'm telling you, I mean, that's my boy. That's my boy from now on. That's my boy. So
Yeah.
anyway, guys, we have one more video to show you guys. Besides this one, as everybody has seen, this is like they call this white supremacists, but they married to white people, which is actually insane to me. Just to
Don Lemon. Don
Don Lemon.
Lemon
Let's
is
squeeze
in
Don
jail. He
Lemon.
went to jail. He got arrested.
Have
Yes.
you have you seen the video that I posted about the soap?
No, no, no. You got to share it though, man. Oh, Don Lemon.
Don Lemon, he's getting
It's
it in.
Don Lemon, but I call him Don Lemon because
Don the Lemon.
he
Check this
he's
video
just
out, man. It is hilarious. I seen it a couple of times. Every time I see it, I laugh about it because it's funny. Credit to the whoever created this. Kudos to you because this is absolutely funny. Just take a look at that.
As I am taking a break from the studio,
There you go.
Oh,
Got him! Got him!
oh,
that is
Don
funny.
Lemon.
That
Don
Lemon's,
Lemon.
I think he got bailed out.
Yeah,
Somebody
he did.
wrote
He he
he
he
got
he,
bailed out.
he had a press conference and he was telling, I need sunglasses. And somebody that was there was like, here, have mine. And he was just like, oh, I'm not gonna touch your sunglasses, you peasant. He really did. Like, he didn't say that, but that was the reaction.
So what he
But
asking for then?
I know, because I guess he was telling his team, like, get me my glasses, because
Oh,
but yeah,
that
dude.
Lemon is retarded, man. But
He,
I guess it just like it is funny how the left react to Don Lemon being arrested and be like, oh, this is a infringement to the First Amendment, but they don't realize back in 2020, you got people arrested for just speaking out. You have people arrested, like actually journalists being arrested for January 6th. They were not even inside
well,
the Capitol.
yeah, and
And they were being arrested. You got
that's what
reporters
he's
being
claiming.
arrested.
That's what he's claiming. What you just said right now. He's claiming that, oh, they're arresting journalists. I wasn't even part of that whole thing. I
He
was
was
just there.
inside, dude.
He
You
was
were inside.
he knew about the operation.
Remember
He
that
went.
day we were talking about it before he got
Yeah.
arrested? It's like,
Oh
bro,
man.
you showing the operation. You are dumb as hell. You're recording the whole thing. And that was before people got arrested. That was like we were just like, bro, you just threw everybody under the bus
Dude,
because that was pre-planned.
he leaked out another video. I don't know if you've seen it. We didn't show this one, but
No,
he was in the same vehicle with that attorney lady,
with
and
Nakima.
they were
Oh my
discussing what they're
god,
gonna do.
you see how dumb they are.
I
And
think that's
JJ
what
was
got him
right.
arrested, though.
The actual, like the actual, uh,
He
what?
implicated himself.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like they
Hey,
dumb. They
yeah,
just
I was gonna say, are they smart? I mean, you know what? I should have asked JJ Carroll this. I think Gabby was saying this, and I should have asked, but I was gonna ask JJ Carroll, would you trade our left libtards for at least smart immigrants? You know what I
oh,
mean?
he would
Because
say yes if he's smart and he would say yeah, he would trade them all. Like if you have the what is that number? What is the intellectual above like 90?
70, I
He
think,
would
yeah.
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 He would take 78 or 90 at least. Between
Yeah.
that, he would take it for a lip tart. He would like take the lip tart and just run with it. Just send them back to Cuba or Venezuela or whatever leftist communists they think it's working for them because it's. I mean, they just retarded. I mean, we seen Caitlin Bennett, we seen Savannah Craven, we seen Adam Francisco and James Clute talking about this talking to these actual kids from college, and when they get confronted with actual questions, they're like legitimate
Shut
and
down.
common sense, and they just shut down. Some of them they get thinking, they be like, you know what? I seen a few that they'd be like, you know what? Now that you put it that way, I need to rethink this. Others, the majority of it, they just get pissed.
And
Have
this
you
is
noticed
Yeah, and this is a prime example. What you're just explaining, Julio, is a prime example of why this is important, what we're doing right now, because
that?
we're talking straight what we believe. And sometimes there's people out there that are stuck in an echo chamber that they
Right.
don't hear this. So we want this channel to grow. So you hear these different voices like JJ Carroll. To some, you guys are going to say that sounds harsh, or that's why I said raw. That sounds really bad. But guess what? What Julio just explained, and that is, I 100% agree with everything you just said, which is beautiful, that you'll have some that'll be thinking, man, when you put it that way, that makes sense. And it's like, for us, it's like, duh, you know. But
Yeah,
but honestly, it's because they're stuck in this echo chamber, and we don't want to be stuck in an echo chamber. That's why we want different viewpoints, but at the same time, we want viewpoints that actually make sense.
I know.
Because you know what I mean. Like, we're not gonna have people just bringing nonsense either. Like, but like, remember Kaylee Bennett when that transgender was trying to explain the him, her, they, them, or whatever, and she goes, "Would you like me to explain it?" And she goes, "No, because I'm never gonna use it." I'm like, "Oh
That-
man." But
Besides that,
what do you
besides
think
besides,
about the Jeffrey Epstein
bro, that
files
was
released?
bro, you read my mind. I'm about to show you something.
Ah,
No. I posted I talked about it in I did a reel before we just came online. I was on the line picking my daughter from school, and I kind of like I released two videos. I think was one this morning about they were talking about releasing thousands upon thousands, millions of documents. Check this video. Just check this out. This is a image of back then Prince Andrew. Have you seen that image? They just came
no.
up 12 minutes ago. Let me show
Hello,
you this. It's on
Francisco.
Facebook. No, it's oh, hold on. I got share screen.
While
There we
you're
go.
pulling that out, saludos, Francisco.
Francisco, I hope you're doing well, brother. Hey, check this out. This is remember him?
Yes.
This is one of the pictures released today. This is a female. A disturbing photo of Epstein files appear to show Andrew on all four over a female sprawl on the floor. And apparently this is somewhere in the island, I guess. But this is a picture of him. One of the pictures being released today, this morning. This is one of millions of pictures and documents being released. So we are going. I mean, I had to go through it this weekend. I got the files. I had to go through it and kind of like break it down. Use AI to just break down the most important parts. And
Yeah, because it's a lot. I
it's a
tried
lot.
to. I
Yeah,
tried to
it's
as
a lot to
well.
take in, but that is what this that is just a portion of what is in there, and a lot of people gonna go crazy about, oh, what is Donald Trump? Yes, he was mentioned as part of the email communication between Epstein and some other politicians, and the Trump name was mentioned a few times in there, but we have to go through the whole document to see what transpired because this is like it's gonna break the internet in the next couple of days when people start kind of like peeking the actual like documents and pictures and email screenshots and all that stuff. It's gonna break loose. I mean, but it is surprisingly uh not opportunist, convenient to drop this today. Why they did drop this today? What are they trying to cover? I don't know. But something is off to me. Like they didn't announce it. They just dropped it. You know what I mean? They just like, oh, we won't drop this weekend. No, they just like they arrest Don Lemon, and an hour and a half later, they just released the files for some reason. Don't ask me. I wasn't expecting this. They just dropped the files, and I was like, even I was caught off guard. I was like, "What? Are you dropping files?" Because that was crazy to me. Sometimes they announce it. Remember back in the day when Pam Bondi was like, "Oh, we're gonna release the files," and they just release documents fully redacted.
Yep.
This is kind of
Can I show the
yeah,
website real quick? So look, guys, if you guys are curious and you want to know, which I know you
yeah.
guys can Google this yourselves, but this is where you go. You go to
Gabby, listen what Gabby says. If it does not suit the left, it is AI. That yeah, that's what
that's true.
that's true. Yeah, if they don't like it, it is AI. You're right, Gabby. So
So you go to
that is.
justice.gov/Epstein,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've just followed the instructions, and then here you go. These are all the files, guys, and there's more files. This is just one set, data set one. I think there's 12 of them, and look how much it is. It keeps going, but like you just click one of these, and let's see what it pops up. Boom, you got this one. So, okay, so then let's go back, and then you click the next one. Two, it shows you the house, the mansion.
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess that's the pictures of evidence when they got
Yep.
whatever.
His
Yeah.
clothes and stuff like that. And then, you start going there. I'll tell you what, on some of the first wave that I looked, Chris Tucker is very, very close with Epstein. I did not know this, but Chris
Yeah.
Tucker, Bill
Chris
Clinton.
Tucker. We find out the uh Bill Gates had an
Yep.
STD from a Russian girl.
Yep. Look at all that. I don't know what all that is, but that's in his workshop. I
Look like
tell
a
you what.
workshop. I think it's a pool, whatever, machine shop, whatever they got going. Open just a random one.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Whoa.
Clothes. I
Look very
mean,
simple. Look at that wardrobe. That's Balenciaga wardrobe.
look at the
Game
waves.
stuff. Okay.
That's okay. So let's see. I mean, this guy had money, man.
It
I don't.
but
Oh, that was
despite
weird.
being and having a lot of money, looks very simple lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't flashy. There goes some creepy pictures.
Mm. Mm. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
we have to look in details.
and then
Just open
yeah,
the
there's
hand.
just so much, and there's some in the islands. I don't know which ones, but we just gotta check everything. The
We have to
piano.
get through. We have to put it through AI and get the AI sorted out what we want out of that, and AI kind of look for it. So let AI do the thing. It's somebody gonna build a program just to find what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but you see, dude, I mean, look how much. This is just one set of and you're probably thinking, well, what does this matter? This is just they're giving you the whole set. Now let's go check the
pictures
other
from
the
picture from the
next
FBI and
look, this is data set 2. So there's
wow.
more. I'm just it's just okay, look, there goes
Oh,
Bill
oh,
Clinton.
look at
Bill
that.
Clinton.
Oh, Bill. Oh, what are he drinking? Can you
Look,
zoom
they're
in on what he's
smoking. Yeah,
drinking?
they're smoking on a bong, bro. Oh wait. How do I let's go this way.
Oh, Bill. Oh, Billy.
Look at that. Oh, it's a glass of water, and I don't know what he's drinking, but uh he's got a Versace though.
You got a Versace on. Look at him.
Oh
The
man.
most party on that line is Bill.
Oh,
Oh,
look
who's
who's
there?
all this. Who's
Okay, I see Maxwell. I see Glean's Maxwell. Okay,
okay.
who's that? Who's
Let's
next?
go to this one. Oh, there goes Epstein.
That I guess that's in the island.
Yeah, it has to be.
Hold on.
Okay.
Can you go back? Can you go back? I want to see the floor.
Okay, hold on. No, wait. Let me go back. I don't know exactly which one. I
No,
know
go
it's
back.
one of these.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
no,
no, no.
not
Go
that
back.
one.
You have to go
I know.
back
I'm
up.
trying. I'm trying to go back. It was higher.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. Let's go back. Who is this guy?
I think I don't know. Look,
If you
look
guys
like
know, put it in the comments. Let us know who it is, because I don't know who that guy is. Let's see. Oh wait, who's that? Who's that?
who's him? Who is? Oh, security. Probably the guy is in the back is security.
Yeah,
For who?
I don't know. Okay, wait.
Okay, I see the floor. Okay, we have to see all the pictures of the floor in Lolita Island because it seems very similar. That's
Okay,
him making a phone call. Okay, to whom?
yeah, I know, right? Let's go to the
Jump to
next
the
page.
ninth page. Just
Oh, the
just jump.
ninth page. Yeah,
Hold on. Just
it's
pick
probably
pick
the.
one. Pick a random one out of that.
Okay, let me see. Let's go
That one.
188. Wait.
Okay, that is look like Monaco. Okay, no big deal.
Okay, one more. Hold on. Random. Oh, same one.
Same one.
One. This one. Nope, same
Same
one.
one. Yeah, go
Okay.
to the number 3, whatever. and pick a random one from the bunch. And let's see. Oh,
Oh,
Billy!
there
Oh,
goes Bill
Billy
again.
Neely!
Yep. Who are they looking at?
Go to the next one. Probably it's a sequence.
Okay, 78. Let's 79. Okay. Man, I wish
Okay,
I could just go to the next one. Nope, I
I
can't.
know.
That was 79. 80. Oh, she's flying a plane.
Hmm. Okay, hold on. On that
Go
plane,
back.
we need to look back at that plane. What is the tail number of that plane? Oh,
G.
G Gulp.
Go.
We need to track that plane where it has been. Because it might give us some clue though. Might give us some
Okay.
clues.
Let's see. 80. Oh, that was 80. Okay. 81. Okay. Sorry, guys. We that you caught us in the moment where this is what we do when we investigate. We just start getting in
Yeah,
the zone.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Like you said, all the way to the back. Let's see. Let's see.
Just pick a random one. Sometimes
Okay,
it
here
come
it
in.
goes. 95. It's 95. What is he doing?
It looked
And
like
who
an
is that?
old farm. Oh, who? Okay.
Okay.
Those billionaire always looking at weird stuff. Anyway,
500. What the heck is this? Where are they at now?
mm, it looked like some.
What are in
It's a
those
construction
containers?
site. It is a containers. Probably contain a material for building, I believe. But it looked like somewhere.
It's
Okay, they
probably
got
their
palm
island.
tree.
It's probably
It's
his
an island.
island.
It's an island because they got coconut tree.
This is
What
probably
island it is?
it's probably the Lolita. 500,
You know,
501.
Lolita Island is close to Puerto Rico. Oh, he's the former governor of Puerto Rico. I knew it.
Interesting.
Download that picture. Send it to me.
Okay.
Download that picture. Send it
Mm,
because I'm going to do a post because I know Puerto Rico was involved in the Lolita Island because Lolita Island is very near to Puerto Rico, like near, like a
okay.
few hours away. And Epstein went to Puerto Rico numerous times, and this is a proof that he was talking to the governor in Puerto Rico. Uh-huh.
502. There it goes
Send me
again.
that one too. I need
Downloading.
to. I'm gonna send it to somebody that work. Uh, I need to. I'm gonna send it to somebody that I know. We're gonna blue the lid off. Hold on, let me call him real quick. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna call him real time.
503. Well, who's this guy?
I don't know. He looked Puerto Rican to me.
504. Same guy.
Wow. This gotta be somewhere in Lolita Island. I guarantee.
Yeah, I think these are the pictures of his island.
Yeah, go ahead, keep going because they had to be. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Download that picture.
They're blocking it, but those are kids, huh?
Yep. Those are little kids. Yep.
This is
Bro.
I'm gonna call AEP1. Let's see. 60. Oh, that was the same one. 61. Okay. 62. It looks like they're like in some Asian country. 3. 64. Let me go randomly.
Sorry,
Okay.
guys. We are here. We getting.
Oh, there goes Bill Clinton again. Bill Clinton, Ghislaine Maxwell, 93. Who is this?
No. But I guess if we're in Thailand. That's
Or
Thailand.
Thailand or Cambodia?
Yeah, Thailand or Cambodia.
93. 93. Oh, that was 93. Okay.
Wow, that is
So 200. They're now in, dang man, these guys, he thought crime paid. And there goes that same picture. Next. Let's go to 8. Oh, this is 175, 176. There goes that same picture again. 177, 188. We've seen that one already. Man, okay, I'm gonna go to the next data set. This is data set 3. Clicking randomly. Okay, this is item was not scanned. Description. Oh man, dude. Hey, look. So that is someone important that they
yeah,
are that they're
man.
blocking. Okay, guys, now we are stumbling into the rabbit hole.
I
Oh
know.
man. Uh
Oh, okay. Well, who are minors?
yeah,
Guaranteed
that's why they're covering them. This one's
minors.
931. 931. 933. Item was not scanned. Okay, they're covering a minor.
Once in the blue moon.
This was in his
Cover the
picture
whole
frame.
thing. Wow.
Yep. 193. What was it? Okay, let's go 39. Item not scanned. Oh, that we see now on 39.
42.
40, 40, 40, 46.
Uh-oh.
Well, they covered the whole thing. That means that was a whole nude. Um,
Man,
man, this guy's disgusting.
it is.
Uh,
It is.
55. Another one that they covered. Dude, yeah, so this is where
This is getting
things seem
spicy.
to get crazy. Oh man. Yeah, these are all the evidence uh of photos of he had.
Wow. That is crazy. Oh, mixed video. No, I don't want to even know what it.
DVDs. So these are videos of probably him abusing these. Oh my gosh, dude.
They got
That's a
photos
lot.
in there. Yeah, it's got database. So if you have it on the CD, to be honest with you, it's gotta be pictures in the
Videos.
year 2000 when everybody just recorded on CDs. There were no tone drive. It's probably in the thousand in the 2000. That's somewhere in the Caribbean,
Well,
guaranteed.
who's they blocking here? This is someone.
This is someone important using whose that is. They covering for somebody.
Yeah, look at that. Those are kids, bro.
I guarantee you they're like, yeah, 14, 15 years old. That is crazy. Guys, this is crazy. We're going through this together. This is our first time going through these Epstein files officially. This is raw. We've been in this live stream for now almost 2 hours. And
Look
early
at
we
this.
talked to
Oh
JJ.
man, there's a child there, dude.
I know.
I can't watch this no more, dude. This is crazy. Nah, bro. Oh my gosh.
And that is in Lolita Island. That's in the Caribbean, somewhere close to Puerto Rico. And
Look
this
at
is
that, dude.
insane.
No, 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 no.
This is insane. This is insane. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. Whoever is watching with us, drop a comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from. I know this is off the kind of uh, shooting off the hip, on this Epstein, but we decided just to jump in real quick and just show you a raw images of the Epstein Island. That's a Mercedes.
Yep, a Mercedes. Which there's multiple cars in there. It looks like it's a garage.
Yeah, yeah. So that is crazy what we're seeing today. Finally, all this has been released. They're blocking the faces of the miners to protect them. Look
Which
like
they
oh
are
god,
minors. They're minors, dude. Look at
they
that.
look like they look little kids. They not adults. So
Oh
wow.
man, this is horrible. Dude,
Jump
it
to
keeps
a
uh,
yeah,
look at
jump to
this.
a regular file. Wow. Wow, wow. That's crazy. Just jump to that one. Let me see what we got.
Ohio horse event. Book
Okay.
19. Okay.
Wow.
Don't know what that is.
Okay, same car. Picture of the dog.
Picture
Picture
of
of mine.
girls.
Yeah,
More girls.
that's
That's a
crazy.
little girl for sure. Or a teen. Dude, this is horrible.
It is horrible. That dude is sick. And I'm not I'm telling you that I don't believe that guy is dead. I don't think he's dead. I don't
And
think
they say that this is one of many others. There's more people like this that we probably don't know.
I'm with you on
Look at
that. I
oh dude,
really,
that is a preteen for sure, dude.
yeah.
Look at that. That is
Let me check my emails. I'm looking for somebody. Let's see. Sorry about that.
what?
This is insane. Hold on.
All right. I think I
Yeah,
had enough. I'm kind of grossed out now, dude.
me too. Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. We're gonna come through this and finding more stuff for Monday. We're gonna spend the whole weekend finding documents, pictures, digestible pictures, and documents. See what we can find this weekend to prepare the show for Monday. Guys, thank you so much. Let me read the Bible verse of
We
today,
definitely
and
yeah.
let's read to this. All right. Second of Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. Amen.
Amen.
That's for the people that leave the old behind and reborn under Jesus' name.
Yes.
And that's my goal one day. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in 5 minutes, but I have to do it because the time is getting shorter. And the God said, and the Lord said Himself, it will become a day that the days will be shorter and the devil will basically reign over the earth for 1,000 years. So I guess we're in the beginning of it. So I will not dive too much into it because I don't want to talk to it because it just it's very bad. Anyway, Robert, thank you so much, my brother. Great show, 2 hour show. We went crazy today, but we really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share this channel. Please, if you have considered helping us and contribute to the channel, go to the Facebook. There is a link on the Facebook page to subscribe. It's only 99 cents a month. You get all the perks. It's a one flat fee. There is no tiers. It's just 99 cents a month, which is very, very easy to do. And it helps us to keep the lights on, to to pay for the internet, pay for the subscription that we do for the streaming and all that stuff. And you're gonna get the perks. You're gonna get highlighted. You're gonna get
And
information
and
first, everything.
And as we grow, um, where one day we will get big, all the people that subscribed in the beginning, as much as we get, if we do get to a big size channel to where we have to manage a certain tier, because right now we can't, when we're gonna hold out as long as we can, but as it grows we also have to. But anyways, the first people, the first, I guess, 1,000, we'll keep you guys at the top notch. You will always have
Yeah.
a spot.
And on Monday, we're gonna figure out now this weekend. But on Monday, whoever subscribe between now and Monday, in the next couple of days, when we reach over 50 subscribers, all those 50 subscribers will get a code. With that code, you're gonna get 70% discount in our store for the shirts. So jump in, 99 cents, you're gonna get $70, 70% discount on the shirt. Basically, you're gonna get a shirt for $5, $6, including shipping. So get it. We got shirts that we haven't sold yet. We still got shirts in there. We're gonna post it which one we got, the sizes. So go ahead, subscribe, and once you subscribe, drop a DM. We're gonna see your name. We make sure you subscribe, and then we're gonna give you the $70, 70% discount. So you can go to our store, xraypodcast.com, and you get your shirt for basically $5. Simple. So we can sell the what we got left, so we can bring new material in. So we gonna disclose either next week or the new shirts for the upcoming season, which is spring. I can't believe we are in spring already.
I know.
You know, I can't
I
believe
gotta
it.
I gotta fertilize my lawn.
Okay, guys and gals, thank you so much. God bless America. God bless our troop. And above all, God bless you. Have a great weekend. And see you guys on Monday. Monday's going to be a crazy show. It might be a 2-hour show on Monday because we're going to go through all these Epstein files that we're going to find. But anyway, thank you so